What's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another ATLUS video. Today it's all about news for ATLUS and the Shin Megami Tensei 30th anniversary. I'll get straight to the point. This video is going to be about the first release/reveal of the SMT 30th anniversaries. Now, if you remember last month, what ATLUS did is they tweeted a great looking art piece for the celebration of the 30th anniversary of the Shin Megami Tensei series. With it was nothing. So there was no plans like they did with the Persona 25th, and it's probably a good idea. So we don't know what they're gonna do. We have no clue at this point. One thing that they just announced yesterday on the 21st of December, so 2 days before you watch this video, is a Shin Megami Tensei trading card set called the Shin Megami Tensei Trading Card Game Monument of Reincarnation. This is kind of like a re-release of older SMT TCG. I do have a few cards from this set that I got from Japan a while back, so it's a re-release of that set with new cards as well. This is the release, okay? So if you just wanted to know what was the release, that's it. I don't want to waste you guys' time. I'm going to talk about what I think is going to happen next with the SMT 30th later on during this video, so make sure you tune in for that. But before we do, here's a quick word from our sponsor. Y'all, I'm just making this quick video because my friend from Ewin Racing Chairs sent me a brand new chair, and it's actually really interesting. Now, if you don't know, I've been using Ewin chairs for all my content creation career. My previous chair is this one, and honestly, I work full-time from home. I use it all the time. It's still in really good condition, but when they wanted to send a new one in, I was really down. They sent me this chair, this awesome new chair. It looks really, really solid. There's this 4D armrest here. I'm a big boy. I'm like 220 pounds and 6'2". This looks great, and this feels great as well. It's a chair. Now, they're running their Black Friday sale right now. It's great. Plus, they gave me a promo code for you guys to use. Code is David, and you can save 20% on your order on ewinracing.com. I'll put the link on the tweet as well. You guys should check it out. Ewin Racing, they make great chairs. See? I have two of them. Alright, so here it is, Shin Megami Tensei Trading Card Game Monument of Reincarnation, re-released, announced, but as I mentioned, with new cards as well, including demons from SMT 5, which is really, really cool. So this is the article from Alex through Persona Central. As part of the SMT 30th anniversary, ATLUS and Bandai have announced that they will be selling a re-release of the Shin Megami Tensei trading card game. The card game was originally released in the early 2000s as Shin Megami Tensei Trading Card Game, and that trading card game was also, it's not the exact same one, but there's also an SMT trading card game that was released in Japan only for the Game Boy Color, and I do have that physically. A very interesting release there. But what's great is this is not a Japanese exclusive release. There will be the link to purchase this card set down in the description below. Pre-orders opened on the 20th of December, and it's gonna close on I think it's mid-February or something. So if you want to get your hands on this very solid set, look at this box. It looks really, really cool. There's a bunch of cards, and you have all the demons with the numbers of the cards. Again, you have SMT 5 cards here as well. Big poster of all the cards in the set as well. I think it looks really awesome with the SMT 1 protagonist on the box here, Demi-Fiend card. It looks really solid. It's a little expensive. It's like $150, yeah, US. And it's going to release on August 2023. So very interesting stuff here. SMT trading card game. But is it the only thing that ATLUS will do for the SMT 30th anniversary? And again, I want to stress that out. We have no idea. But this release, this reveal, was a solid reason for me to talk about SMT 30th again. Yes, I want to talk about SMT 30th again. And the more I think about it, the more confident I feel in one of my predictions for the SMT 30th, which is the fact that SMT 5 will release on other platforms. Now, what platform specifically? I'm looking at PC first. That's what I'm looking at. Maybe we'll get a PlayStation release as well. Xbox, we don't know. Nothing's confirmed, but I think Shin Megami Tensei 5 will for sure release on other platforms in the future. Maybe with the SMT 30th anniversary. It would be great because it's a mainline game. It's the most successful, financially speaking, mainline game as well. It did extremely well on Switch, like it broke series records in 2 months, so I think it has a lot of potential if they put all the DLC inside the game and drop a brand new complete edition of the game on all platforms. Hell, I'd even put it on Switch again. I think that would be really awesome. Put it on all platforms for sure. I think that would do well. But other than that, there's other options. Now, I've always been talking ever since Nocturne was announced in 2020. I've been predicting that Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2 HD remaster would happen at some point. But I became more confident when we got the sales numbers. The Nocturne HD released for $50 with a bunch of DLC. It was really crusty, lots of bugs and stuff. Kind of an underwhelming release to a lot of people, but it still sold very well. So for that reason, and I think it was a low effort port too. DDS is already voice acted, so just make it in HD. Couple of gameplay changes, boom, you have your $60 release with 2 games on it. It would be really awesome. Other than that, I do have other ideas, of course. I'm not to tell actual expectations for no reasons. I think Devil Survivor, again, it was re-released. Devil Survivor, SMT Devil Survivor 1 and 2 is they are Nintendo DS games. They were re-released in early 2010s, like 2013 and 15, if I'm not mistaken, on 3DS. So that's the reason why I'm kind of hesitant, because they got re-releases with voice acting and added features and all of that. So if they port it, it would just be a straight port. I'm just gonna be honest, I'm not too sure how well they did on 3DS either, so I'm not sure. It's more a wish than a prediction. I really think these 2 games, being strategy / tactical RPG with a basic version of the press turn system in combat as well once you fight an enemy on the grid. Those games are really cool. When you look at them on 3DS, they still look great to this day. They age extremely well. Just make them in HD and make them work on one screen, and they would be fantastic releases, in my opinion. Other than that, I mean, a lot of people are hoping / praying / dreaming for a port, 2 ports of Shin Megami Tensei 4 and 4 Apocalypse. And as much as I'd like that to happen, I potentially cry depending on the project that they reveal, because SMT 4 is right up there as one of my favorite games of all time. So if they do something with it, whether it's just an HD port or a remake, I would be blown away. The reason why I'm hesitant is because that would require a lot of work versus Devil Survivor or Digital Devil Saga. I think these games, they looked great on the 3DS, but if you just upscale them to HD, would they still look great on your big 70-inch 4K television? I'm not too sure. I'd be first in line buying it, you guys, just to make that clear. But I'm still thinking, if they are to bring these games back, Atlus will probably want to put more effort into it, especially like the combat scene with 2D portraits of characters, of demons that you fight. That's what we had on Super Famicom with SMT1, right? They changed it a little bit, obviously, and when you walk around the environments, it's 3D and stuff, but it still feels like an old game, more than Devil Survivor, which, to be honest, is older. Yeah, I know, but when you put them one next to another, I feel like one aged extremely well while the other not so much. So if they are to bring those 2 games back, they would have to put more work into it. What would be really awesome, and what I think has a shot of happening, is a re-release of Shin Megami Tensei 1 of some kind. What is the best way to celebrate your series than to re-release the first game, which is SMT, right? Well, in the Shin Megami Tensei series. I know there's prior games, right? But for Shin Megami Tensei, that is the first game. So Shin Megami Tensei, the Super Famicom game, you can port that, or just port the GBA game, the port that we never got. Well, both we never got in English. We got the iOS version of that game. But it was delisted because you port a niche Japanese RPG to iOS in like 2010. What do you expect, Atlus? But I think these games could come back. They're all SMT 1, 2, and IF are all on the Nintendo Switch Online in Japan only. The thing is, in those with those 3 Famicom releases, Super Famicom releases, there's just one game that is officially translated, and that is the first game. So they could port that game for sure. Best case scenario, they translate 2 and IF. Don't change anything in terms of gameplay, make them in HD and drop a collection on all modern platforms. That would be really cool. They've been dropping Last Bible releases on Steam recently. Not in English, but still, it's like, Last Bible? Really? So I think they could do something with SMT for sure. It's the 30th anniversary at the end of the day. I know a lot of people are on the fence because of what happened with Persona 25th. But guys, SMT 30th might be different, because I'm reading your comments, and when I made the video on SMT 30th, a lot of you were very on the fence and very negative. You had no expectations and no hopes for SMT 30th whatsoever. Is that a problem? It's not. Honestly, that's probably the best case scenario. That means that if something happens, you're just going to be happy. If nothing happens, you'll be like, I'll call it. So that is the best train of thought to have. But at the same time, I'm like, as hard and as painful as the 25th of Persona was, at the end of the day, we got 4 ports, guys. Think about it for a second. We got 4 ports out of it. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax on modern platforms, all modern platforms but Xbox. Persona 5 Royal, all modern platforms. Persona 3 Portable, and Persona 4 Golden on all modern platforms. So yes, it was painful, but come on. 4 ports of some games. If we get, well, we're not, just to make this clear, we're not, that's not going to happen. But if we were to get 4 SMT games ported, that would be a dream come true. So I feel like some people are like too negative on Persona 25th. I can't blame them because it was rough. It really was. I covered the whole thing. So believe me, I get the feeling. But at the same time, I'm like, the end result is good. So I think we can hope for something great with SMT 30th. What do you think of the Shin Megami Tensei trading card game coming back? I want to get it because it looks super sexy, but at the same time, 150 USD is it's a little expensive for me. We'll see. I'm still thinking about it. Do you guys plan on getting it? What do you guys think will happen for the rest of SMT 30th? If something happens, that is the first time that something gets released or revealed for the SMT 30th. It's the first SMT 30th branded merchandise that ATLUS revealed. So it's exciting. It's exciting. We're in the SMT 30th. Something's gonna happen at some point. At least that's what I'm hoping for. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to Ewin Racing for sponsoring this video. Guys, Happy New Year. It's already coming. I have other content planned, but again, 2023 is going to be big. I have a lot of projects for the channel. Thank you all so much for the continued support through the years and through 2022. It was awesome. I hope to see you guys next year. If you like the video, a quick thumbs up really helps. And if you're new to the channel, you want to stay up to date on anything ATLUS, SMT, Persona, you're at the right place. Make sure to subscribe, ring that notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.